Well, we're back. Yeah, I'm back on Visions from the Edge. I'm still David Mitchell, and I'm here in brightly lit bliss with Denise and Jen in our little studio, our cozy little studio. And we want to talk a little bit about some of the misconceptions, right, that your customers have when they walk into the shop. What I mean, they go and they know you're a stripper.
They basically think that they're getting a lot more for what they pay for. And there's not anything that goes on there. You know, a lot of people think that just because we are in the business that we do, that we're stupid. We don't have a life. We're bimbos.
So that's something that the longer I've lived and the more I've realized that people who do different things, the more things you do, the more you find out that the things that you thought, oh my God, you got to be really weird to do something like that. You find out that people doing these things are just regular people, you know.
And we are. I mean, I have hobbies. I go to school. I go to college. Yeah. It's a way to earn money. I mean, you can't make it on a $5 selling clothes job anymore.
It's true. But what happens when somebody comes in there and what do they expect sometimes? What's the deal?
Well, some of them, not to say all of them, because some of them come in there just, you know, conversation, to get a lotion application, just, you know.
A lotion
to relax.
application.
No, to relax.
And they don't care about the stripping part or anything like that. But a lot of them come in and think because, like, you know, how we said the prices range from $30 to $140, they'll get the thing that's $140 thinking that they're going to get a lot out of it when there's nothing that they get out of it. And then at the end of the session, they're just kind of like, is that all? And there's one, yeah, that's it. See you later.
Well, I mean, a guy comes in and he pays you to strip for him in a private booth, right?
In a room.
For example, in a private room.
Mm-hmm.
And you what do? You put on some music and you start to do a little.
Yeah, we can
dance.
make our own tape. It's a small, you know, it's kind of bedroom-sized room. There's a stage in the corner, and they have to stay across the room.
3 foot. There's a 3 foot.
Yeah, there's a 3 foot limit, but
Is it
we
like
don't
a
tell them
line
that.
drawn?
Just about.
But we put where they're supposed to sit way back, and you know, if they insist on moving up, we'll say, well, you can only go to there. But they think because they're in a private room with you that
what?
You know, I mean, some of them think that.
Do some of them try to come on to you? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
And what do you do when that happens?
They
laugh.
Yeah. Somebody hear you
over
and they
there.
like come running in. You know.
Well, they do. We have security cameras in the rooms.
Yeah.
That's basically just protection for us. I mean, there not very incidents have happened when there's like violence. They have happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's just security.
I'm going to hold on to my mic real tight while I ask you this, because I'm only asking this for the folks at home, for their information and edification. While you're doing your stripping in the private room with these guys, do they masturbate?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. How often? I mean, how many of them do? Most of them?
80, 90% of the time.
So
you
must see a lot of like per week. How many guys?
6 times a day.
Yeah.
I like to masturbate 10 times.
So, how many days a week do you work?
4 days a week.
About four days a week. And so, how many guys do you see whack off in a week?
15 to 20.
15 to 20 guys a week. Yeah. Have you learned anything from this?
Actually.
Yeah? Yeah?
You guys are walking around like tiptoes.
Maybe once in a while.
Actually, there's like techniques, you know, that we've noticed.
Really? Different guys do it different ways, and you've probably seen them all.
It's true. I mean, I hate to be blunt, but there are definite techniques.
So it's an interesting job, isn't it?
very much so.
But not. I mean, we're totally removed. I mean, usually when
you're at least 3 feet away.
No, not mentally.
Oh.
I mean, when they're doing this, we're like thinking about what we need to get at King Supers.
So you're like me. You're like me when I'm at work. It's like another job.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Do you ever crack up? Do you ever like laugh?
Yes,
These guys over there,
I have.
You know, you're dancing.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's just
I laugh all the time.
we sit there and we think about it, and it's just pathetic, you know. And it
Okay.
makes you laugh just because it's just so disgusting and revolting that.
You know, there's times where we sit there and we'll be doing a session or doing a striptease, and we'll go, God, because there's mirrors. You know, and if you're in the right spot, you can see yourself, and you go, what am I doing? You know, you're just like, what am I doing here? What if my mom walked in the door? You know? But then it's like they'll hand you $200.
Yeah, I used to think the same thing when I was a teenager. What if my mom walked in the door?
Well, I mean, I think
They'll
what
hand you
if
$200 and
Okay.
Well, I mean, I used to think when I worked at Shotgun and Willie's, I had this deep-seated fear that someday my dad was going to come in with a bunch of his friends, and I'd be working, and he'd see me, and it was just,
Yeah.
I was always worried about that.
Yeah.
You know,
Never happened, though.
No.
you make enough money not to worry about
Well, it
things
sounds like you
that
make a lot of money. Really.
Yeah.
You know. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, other
Sometimes.
times it's not.
It's
you
better
know.
on days. We used to work nights, which is till 4 in the morning.
Is the clientele
And you get a lot,
Clientele's a lot better in the days.
nicer clientele? In
you get a lot of the
little
bar rush
sleazy?
at night,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
Drunk.
in the daytime.
Berber.
it's like guys on
So in
lunch
the
break,
daytime,
that type of thing.
you're normal, upstanding individuals. You're professional, upwardly mobile people come in to whack off, and in the evenings, you're run-of-the-mill scum comes in to do it. I guess.
Yeah,
Is that right?
basically.
Yeah.
And you make more money on days, too, because
Uh-huh.
richer people come in.
Now, I mean, there's a little bit of negotiation that goes on here, isn't there? Like whether you're going to strip down completely or
Yes.
yeah,
Somewhat, yeah.
somewhat.
Somewhat. Before, we were not allowed to take bottoms off. Now we can. Some of the girls do go nude all the time, but like for instance, me and her, we use it to get money. You know.
Yeah. Well, you're certainly going to have a lot of stories to tell your grandkids, I guess.
No.
No.
No. They don't know about this.
Well, we're getting the signal here. I'm just about to go talk to the band. Anything else you want to say that we haven't touched upon here? And,
I don't think so.
Don't judge strippers for what they seem like.
all right.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I want to thank you for coming on and talking openly about it because, I mean, it's always fascinating to find out more about the things that go on, you know, and they really do. They really do.
Not very many people know about it.
Yeah.
Now they do.
Yeah. And,
Everyone watching Channel 9.
I'm going to be a bit smarmy here and say you really are nice, normal, wonderful people. You know, I spent some time talking to you before the show, and nobody out there should get the idea that that you're anything else. But
So thank you.
all right, yeah. Thanks a lot, really. Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to stand up and walk over here. I want to talk to Overhead Jam, you guys.